Hey guys, my name is Nick, and what the hell, people? Last video got so many views, well, at least for my channel. It was the first video that hit over 60 views. In fact, after exactly 24 hours after release, it had 96 views, which is of course the best number. And at the time of recording, we are already over 90 views, which for my little channel is insane. Especially considering last video was a little deck shield with 2 booster packs in it. So don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but I just don't understand why that video did so well. Especially since the video before that was the Lunala Alola collection video with a lot of stuff in it. And that video did very poorly, so I just can't wrap my head around why certain videos do so well and others don't. In any case, I promised you a good video today, and I plan to deliver, because today we're looking at this Sun Moon Prerelease kit. Because this weekend I was at a pre-release, it was the first time I ever did something like that, and I had a lot of fun there. So I think it's definitely something I'll be doing more of in the future. In any case, inside is a little pre-made deck that you got for the pre-release, and a whole bunch of booster packs. Basically, you get a little starter pack of 23 cards and 4 booster packs to make your deck and play with on the pre-release, which was a lot of fun to do. And then afterwards, I got 3 more booster packs, which we can open. Although one of them is already open, because, well, since it was the pre-release and you had to make your own deck with the first boosters included, I had to switch some cards around. So I tried putting everything back. I went over it multiple times, but there may be 1 or 2 cards that aren't quite in the position where they initially were. So my apologies if I did at some point make a mistake of putting the right card in the right place. Now, of course, these booster packs also came with code cards, which I'll be giving away. Now, last video I only had 2 booster packs with 2 codes to give away. And I did have an extra Steam Siege code, which I can add to that, which is kind of necessary because with all those views came a lot of people who commented for the code cards. But still, unfortunately, I only then have 3 to give away. And for the people who didn't win, I just want to encourage you to try again, because we have 7 codes to give away today. So the first winner was Sailor V, who I felt a little bad for, because he was excited for the new Sun and Moon set, but he didn't have a pre-release he could go to. So hopefully winning a code card will ease his suffering until the Sun and Moon set is finally released. The second winner was Zack Mac Attack, who had an excellent idea of going to the online TCG and check out the card list over there to see which cards were in the Sun and Moon set, which I hadn't thought of. Now, I will say I did eventually check the online TCG, and not all the cards have been added yet. Like only half of them are. But it was a good idea nonetheless, so he wins one of the code cards. And the third winner was Christina Percy, who was excited to see the new Alolan forms, which I was excited for as well. But having seen a lot of the cards at the pre-release, I have to say I'm a bit disappointed on that front. It seems they really focused on some of the new Pokemon and some of the regular old ones, and that they're saving the Alola forms for later sets, I guess. So congratulations, guys. You guys win one of the code cards. You should have received a message from me by the time this video goes live. And as for the Sun and Moon booster pack codes, I want to ask you guys, did you go to the pre-release? And if you did, which pre-release promo did you get? And if you didn't go to the pre-release, which of the 4 pre-release promos is your favorite? We have Bruxfish, Xenotic, Passimian, and Uranguru to choose from. So let me know which one you got or which one is your favorite in the comments below for a chance to win one of the Sun and Moon code cards. So that's enough rambling for me. Let's get to the good stuff. So we have the little pre-release kit, and if I open it, the first thing you'll see is a bunch of energy cards. Now these did not come in the pre-release kit. Someone actually gave these to me. Basically, I got a deck that required a lot of fighting energies, and I was 3 short, so someone gave these energies to me, and then afterwards they said it was fine, that I could keep them. And so these are the new energies that you can get in the Sun and Moon set, which is interesting, by the way. You'll notice that I got 3 packs at the end, and one of them is already open, because I got very confused trying to put everything back in the right packs, because I had too many cards. And after opening an extra pack just to see what the order was and what I was doing wrong, I realized there are 11 cards in each pack. There's an energy card in each Sun and Moon pack, and they have their own slot, so they don't take away from the 10 other cards, which was a very nice surprise, because basically you're getting 11 cards. That's always better than getting 10 cards, right? But yeah, these are the new energies. I really like their design. They took away the sort of flames that the other energies usually had. The one thing I don't like about these new energies is that the little energy bar at the top is very small. Now that's in line with all the other cards. The Sun and Moon set, all the cards are very, well, clean, I would say, which is very nice. But they achieved this by making a lot of the text very small, and they included the energy bar in that design, which I'm not the biggest fan of, because when I actually play with physical cards, I like to put my energies, if this is a Pokemon card, I like to put my energies at the back like this. And if you have a big bar, you can easily stack them behind each other, and with one quick glance you can count the energy cards. And now if you put them behind it like this, you either have to put them really small, which means that one little nudge and the cards will start sliding over each other and it gets messy. Or you put them like this, which just doesn't look as nice. So a small critique there, but beyond that, it's a pretty nice design. So those I got from someone else and didn't actually come in the pre-release pack. And then we have the actual stack of cards. Now here's my pre-release promo. I got a Pissimian, which had a very nice attack of team play. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your benched Pissimian, which for a pre-release where you play with 40 cards is a pretty nice attack, especially since I got 2 more of them. So I had 3, and as minor spoiler, I also pulled one from the booster packs. So I had 4 of them in a 40 card deck. So there was a good chance that I pulled multiple ones and had some on my bench to really make use of that team play attack. So those were pretty good, but I think in a 60 card deck, they're just not as effective as they should be. Especially because if you only have the one, it only does 10 damage. Even if you put one on the bench, it only does 10 damage more than the fling attack. So you need to fill up a large part of your bench to really make use of this card, which I don't see as it really being worth it. So then we got Morlul, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and its evolution is of course one of the other pre-release promo cards, but I didn't have the evolution, so this card itself I took it out of my deck because it wasn't really useful. Maybe putting your opponent to sleep, but beyond that there was not really a use for this card. And then we had a Caterpie line, 3 of which with Metapod and 2 Butterfrees. A Butterfree did come in handy at some point. There's Whirlwind, 80 damage for 3 energies is pretty good. But the fact that you need to build them up on your bench as a stage 2, just I don't think is that good. Now this card, this really was the best card of my deck, well, the evolution of him, but we had Makuhita, which was pretty decent with 20 and 40 attack. And then we got 3 of those. And then its evolution, Hariyama. Basically all the matches that I won because of this card. With Megaton Slap Push for 130 damage, which is pretty good for a stage 1 card. And I also pulled an experience share from one of the packs, which really worked well with Hariyama. And so we had 2 of those. And then we had the trainers. A nest ball to search for a basic Pokemon. A timer ball, which is basically an Evo Soda with a chance to fill and a chance to work as 2 Evo Sodas. Basically you flip 2 coins and you have a 50% chance of it working like a regular Evo Soda. A 25% chance that it works as 2 Evo Sodas. And a 25% chance that it fails. I used this card twice and it failed twice, which says a lot about my luck in these things. And then we have a Great Ball, How, which is the new draw 3 cards card. Professor Kukui, still have trouble with that name. But it's draw 2 cards, and during this turn your Pokemon's attack do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Kind of limited use, but at some points it does come in handy. And then we have Lily. Draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand, or if it's your first turn, draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. Also a pretty nice card, and of course we have the lovely Lily on the front in her early design before she steps out of her mother's shadow in the game. and then eventually leaves us and breaks our heart. Why, Lily? Why did you leave us? Anyway, and so I got 2 of those to make my deck with. And then we get to the big ones, the booster packs. Now I already shuffled these. And I took out the code cards, so I don't need to shuffle it. But basically with the old sets, you want to pull 3 cards from the back to put the good cards at the back. Now you need to pull 4, because the 4th from the back is the energy card. And so this was my first pack. Fighting Energy, Pessimian, Experience Share, Metapod, Crabrawler, Skarmory, Bounce Sweet, Diglett, Dratini, Reverse Hollow Makuhita, and Oranguru, which was also one of the pre-release promos, though with a different art style, and a very nice card with the ability of once during your turn you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand, and a nice psychic attack for 60 damage plus 20 more for each energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon, which is a really strong attack for a basic card. A really good card this. And then we have the second pack with a Psychic Energy, Boldor, another Lily, How, Sandygast, Poliwag, Formantis, Surskit, Growlithe, Switch, Reverse Hollow, and a new design for the Reverse Hollow, so that's nice. And the last card, a Cosmome, which doesn't really have the most useful attack, but I guess that's because it's the middle evolution, obviously. In the third pack, a Fairy Energy, Great Ball, Pelipper, an Alolan Raticate. Now, I'm actually not sure whether or not this then counts as a different Raticate, because it says Alolan Raticate. I think according to the official rules, that means you can have 4 Alolan Raticates and 4 regular Raticates in a single deck. But feel free to correct me on that if I'm wrong. And we have another Crabrawler, an Eevee, with the ability Energy Evolution, which I think is an ability one of the older Eevees already had. A Cutiefly, a Marini, which I think is a little weird to be as a common, considering how difficult it is to get that one in the games. A Roggenrola, Reverse Hollow Rotom-Dex. After counting your prize cards, shuffle them into your deck, then take that many cards from the top of your deck and put them face down as your prize cards. So kind of a limited use cards, I guess. Probably you want to use that in combination with a town map or something. Otherwise I don't really see the point. And the last card, a Decidueye, which was funny to get, and why I will get to in a second. Ah, no! Pikachu wanted to be in the center. In the next pack we have a Steel Energy, a Wishy-Washy, a Dartrix, Granbull, Caterpie, another Alolan Diglett, Jupiter, Alolan Meowth, so the third Alolan form, and there might be more than I remembered there were. A Growlithe, and another Dartrix, Reverse Hollow, and a Lantern. And so those were the 4 packs that I got to use to add to my little deck to play with. And again, and I mentioned it was funny that I got the Decidueye because I also got 2 Dartrix, but I didn't get any Rowlet, which would have been very useful to use in my deck. And so not the best pulls, except for Oranguru, which again is a very nice card. I didn't get too much yet. And then we get to the 3 packs I got after the event was over. Now the first one, again, I already opened because, well, I was confused as to why I had so many cards. And so I needed to know what the order was inside of them. Therefore this one I already opened. And revealed to me that there are in fact 11 cards in each pack. So we're starting off with a Dark Energy, Trumbeak, Corsola, Energy Retrieval, another Sandy Guest, and then we get a Rowlet, which would have been useful to pull from one of the first 4 booster packs. And we have Drowsy, Zubat, Torkoal, Reverse Hollow for Mantis, and a Toucanon. And then we have the 2 still sealed packs. And they're the other way around. Hang on. Pulling out the code cards. And there we go. So again, I'm pulling 4 from the back, as you can see. Put them on front, and that should put the energy card at the front. It did. So here we have a Steel Energy, another Dartrix, an Alola Persian, to go with Alola Meowth, a Herdier, a Shelder, always a Shelder, another Makuhita, a Pharaoh, a Grubbin. Wonder why they didn't do a Grubbin line instead of Caterpie in the pre-release thing, because well, this one definitely more interesting. Caterpie we've seen in so many sets already. Another Cabrawler, a Reverse Hollow Professor Kikwi, and a Toxapex Hollow Toxic Spikes. Whenever your opponent's active Pokemon retreats, their new active Pokemon is poisoned. That's pretty nice. And Venoshock, if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, this attack does 50 more damage. Which if they switched in, they already are. So that's a very nice attack. A nice card this. And then we have the last pack. And our last chance at getting one of those awesome new GX cards. Which look beautiful, by the way. I've seen quite a few of them go by in the pre-release. And they are absolutely stunning. So we have Dragonair, Poliwhirl, a Crushing Hammer, Roggenrola, Cosmog, Formantis, an Alolan Grimer. I haven't seen that one before. And Togedemaru, Reverse Hollow Metapod, and the last card, a Cloyster. No, not the last. What? How is this a thing? Did I not shuffle right? No, I didn't. Again, 4 cards from the back. Get used to it. So that was everything I got from this thing, including the packs I hadn't opened yet. Again, if you want to win one of the code cards, let me know which pre-release promo you got, or which one is your favorite, in the comments below, and I'll announce the winners in the next unboxing video. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and have a very nice day.